Michelle with Tennis Warehouse, and you are never gonna guess where we are right now. We are at the Wilson flagship store in Soho, New York, and we are about to spend the afternoon with the one and only Roger Federer. He is here, he's gonna answer some of our questions, he's gonna interact with some fans, he's gonna talk about his new collection of Wilson RF rackets, as well as some of the older rackets that he's used throughout his career. So it's sure to be an absolute amazing day. Come join us as we check it out. The day was promising to be pretty special as there was a buzz surrounding the Wilson flagship store in Soho when Roger entered. Everyone involved was excited to share an intimate experience with the Swiss star. A small group of fans from all over the country were invited to celebrate the launch of the RF collection by Wilson and had the opportunity to attend this exclusive session. Fans listened intently while Blair Henley interviewed Roger. He spoke about retirement, the US Open, and our sport. Roger even took a couple questions from some fans. And then he walked us through his memories and experiences playing with his previous Wilson Pro Staff rackets, including stories on when and why he switched from one to the next. After that, Roger connected with and hit on the wall with a few lucky up-and-coming junior players from the Harlem Junior Tennis and Education Program. They were able to hit with some of Roger's older pro staffs and then were able to demo the new rackets from the Wilson RF01 collection. We at Tennis Warehouse were lucky enough to have some one-on-one time with Roger and ask him a couple questions. Okay, first question for you.
Yes.
We know that the RF97 is going to be one of those iconic rackets. It's one of my absolute favorite rackets.
Is it?
It's near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So what qualities came from that racket that were important in putting in the new line of RF01 rackets?
I mean, I think there's the whole old collection. I'm looking at the old pro staff. It's so iconic for me, because that was the beginning of my career. But the RF97 needed to happen, after playing with the 90, to go to the 97, take a big leap into a bigger racket head size. I think that for me with the RF97 was the play. Helped my backhand, less shanking on that side. Fighting, all that top spin, the slower courts we were having to amplify maybe my backhand, which, it worked out. I've had a great 17 and, an 18 then. And then I just felt maybe what was missing a little bit for me was a racket head speed on the forehand side, because I feel like, especially with the 90 and the 85, I needed to get some of that racket head speed back, easier, top spin again. And that's then how we built the RF01. I had to be very daring there as well to drop the weight on the racket, because going from 340 the RF97 was to 320, that's a huge step for me. So I had to really say okay, this is the right thing to do, and so I'm very happy with where it sits right now, and I don't know, I hope the consumer and all the tennis players love it as well.
I think they do, from what I've heard. I love it.
Great.
So far, so good. Next question for you. We see a lot of the pros on tour that have a one-handed backhand.
Yeah.
They kind of were influenced by watching players like you.
Of course. Yeah.
And we're starting the campaign, Save the One-Handed Backhand.
Okay.
So we want to know what your thoughts are on the viability of the one-handed backhand and how long you think it's going to be around.
So, I got inspired by, Stefan Edberg, Boris Becker, I guess, especially when I was younger. But I'm sure I played one-handed backhand because of those guys. So I guess people look towards, the top players, and they want to play like them, or have a similar technique. I remember copying things from Agassi to others, in terms of the follow-through and so forth.
Yeah.
So I hope that the one-hander is going to stick around. I think it cannot be completely extinct. We got to save the one-hander.
Save it.
Definitely.
Let's do it. Join the campaign.
Let's campaign for it.
Yeah. You can lead it. You can be the face of the campaign.
Okay, you let me know if you need me. Okay.
Thank you so much. The afternoon ended with a handful of lucky fans who won RF autographed tennis gear and memorabilia. And of course, Roger stuck around taking selfies and signing autographs for everyone. Literally everyone. It was a magical day. As always, we feel lucky to have been able to geek out about tennis with Roger. And we're excited for you to learn even more about the RF collection by Wilson. How amazing was that? Thanks so much for joining us and Wilson and Roger Federer. For more information on how you can get your hands on the Wilson RF collection, go to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.